Wake up, really gonna rise with the sun. Step 2, get some good, some food in you. Step 3, think real hard about what you wanna be. Step 4, everybody just do your thing.
Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. 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 Wake up, today's gonna be a good day.
Good morning, Soulmates, and thank you for joining us again this early Friday in Central Time for another edition of Foxie A.M. with Foxy of Foxy's Fishes and the lovely Dee Dee of Dee Dee's Fin Den. Look how beautiful she is waking up first thing in the morning.
Yeah.
She's perfect and all day long.
Look, I got my shirt on crooked. It's backwards.
But we are back here with the tank this morning. We're going to be working on a little bit more. I'm going to be draining it down, getting some of that moldy goodness out of there, and we'll start sticking some plants in there and see how these guys like it.
Awesome. It looks really good.
It looks a little murky, but not horrible. Oh,
before it goes too far away, I figure we better do it.
Thank you so very much. He gifted one Foxy's Fishes membership, and it went to Mountain Greenery. Thank you so very much, Fission, and welcome to membership, Mountain Greenery. Greatly appreciate it.
And let's play Fission first, his video.
Again, thank you so very much, guys. Greatly appreciate it.
I do have to say, I had to change to my power beats because I forgot to put one of the earbud, one of my hearing aids didn't seat right in the charger, so it didn't charge, and it's the connector. So I had to snatch out the power beats, and they were turned up really loud, which I didn't realize till we played the music. And I like loud music, and that song sounds fantastic with it really loud.
I'm glad you like it.
Yeah, when I'm driving by myself, it was like, oh my gosh, it sounds like a teenager's riding in the car.
I like songs that have a lot of bass to them because they're fun.
Well, I just like to hear it,
Yeah.
and hear everything in it.
Yeah.
And most of the time, everything's so low. It's like, oh my god, I just soon not hear it if I can't hear it. You know what I mean?
Oh, well, wait, 6:30 in the morning, Foxy, go back to sleep. I accidentally clicked on that, but we have a bunch of people that joined us in chat already. Thank you all for joining us. I greatly appreciate it. I can't say personal thank yous this morning because I'm on my phone, but I see that we have a bunch of people in here like Fission and Scotty and Peplin. Hi, honey. And Mike B, Eric, our lobster, Fish Fam Link, Lady R, Scotty, Jeff, Huawei. See, I think I saw Jenna up here too. There's Dee Dee, Nancy B. Oh my goodness, 3G. If I missed anyone, I'm sorry. I'm just scrolling up on my phone. But thank you all for joining us this morning. Oh, we are going to continue on this.
Guardians.
Hello, Snail Sister. Good morning.
And Mike
before
B.
I go any further, I want to show you how dramatic Duke is. Okay, so I wake up and I go to check on them. And this is typically what I see of Duke. She's floating there at the top playing dead. And then I have to go in here, make sure she's not dead because, you know, she's dramatic. And she's fine. She just she just wanted to be pet. But every day she does that. She plays the game, am I dead?
Like you will pay attention to me.
Right? Exactly. So if you want to say hello to anyone that I might have missed in chat, I'm going to go get the water started because I'm going to pull out some of the moment here first.
Okay. After Annette, Mr. Snow Gardens, I saw our aquatic universe with Mike B. Mike and Maritza. If you're there, hello to you too. And why are we always yelling? I don't remember. I think you did, but not sure. Aquatic Ness is here this morning. Good morning, Ness. And I believe that catches us up because you already said good morning to Honey. So
Mhm.
that's down to the bottom of the chat as far as people popping in.
Bottom of the chat, like the Mike B song.
Oh Lord, we need to get a clip from that, like bottom of the chat, whatever.
That
So
was a
what is that
cool song.
apparatus? Is that a
I'm sorry.
python? Is that a python
Yes,
hose?
it's the Python, but I'm just using the little tubey part so I can get all the little fine particles out. And I
So
haven't seen the axolotls go in these caves yet. And I'm wondering if it's because they're deciding if these guys are predators or not. Oops, too much suction.
well,
But
they might think it's an extra big axolotl.
they might. I think
Is
once
it
the plants are in here and it feels less alien landscape-ish, they'll probably like feel more comfortable. Gonna get
well
some
maybe
plants in here this morning. I might have
maybe you
to
could put
order
some
some.
pearl weed like starting in the mouth and sprawling out, coming out of the mouth like it's like it's got flowers in its mouth, chewing them up. Plants.
Like to put plants in the mouth.
Yeah, just a little bit in behind and let it trail out.
Well, the only thing is that these caves are perfectly designed to exactly fit one adult axolotl,
Oh,
so
I
I can't
got you.
cram anything in there. But I was thinking if Ed ever does a redesign on these, if he left a slot open in the back, then you can stuff Java, or in the sides even, you can stuff Java ferns in little peggy holes instead of these. Like these ears are awesome, but if you have live plants, make it feel even like cooler.
Yeah.
And you can stuff like Java fern in there.
So you need like a 2.5 foot deep turkey baster. You know,
Two
they
and a
don't
half
make
foot
stuff
deep,
long enough, do they?
basically. Well, at least with the Python, like it's not constant. I don't have to keep using the pressure of my hands with the turkey baster. It's just pulled.
Yeah. It don't pull up so much of the substrate though.
No, not really. It'll take a little bit, but I'm not like I'm just hovering above the substrate. And this
Oh,
sand
see,
is pretty well seasoned, so it's not gonna come up too easy.
well, I get just almost right, and then I must twitch a muscle or something, and then I get a clock of sand, and snatch that up
And
too.
there's always gonna be some sand in this sink when you're done, but as long as it's not majority of the sand, because this is not cheap sand. I try
Now
not to.
I can't drain to a sink. I have to drain to a muck bucket and then pump it out of the house.
Yeah.
So when I'm through, lots of times there's sand in the bottom of the bucket, you know,
Hmm.
even though I try hard not to. And I'm
Oh,
not really using like Python.
yeah.
So
Our Python is hooked to a slop sink in the other room. So usually there's a bunch of sand in the bottom of the slop sink that we just rinse out.
and with shrimp, you don't really want to put your hands in the tank a lot because you never know. Even though you may not have rubbed lotion or whatever on them, you don't really know what you can wash your hands 100 times a day. Don't matter.
Yeah.
Just have to be careful with them.
Same thing with axolotls. That's another reason you don't want to touch them too much, is because their bodies are basically ginormous mucal membranes. So anything that comes in contact with them, they immediately absorb into their bloodstreams. So if you have to touch them, you make sure wash your hands with like something like Dial, the gold colored soap bar, or just plain palm olive, and then rinse your hands afterwards under really hot water, and then rinse them under cold water to just make sure you get everything off, so you're not giving your axolotls anything. I try to do that with. I try to take that with all the fish now.
Well, I wash my hands a lot, and I have
Mhm.
quickly Bell told me to keep some the alcohol. What's the other kind of alcohol?
Grain
In the purple,
alcohol.
the purple one, I think.
Mm,
I spray that on my hands a lot. She says it helps because she's always got her hands in a tank. And J
yeah.
Rock popped in. Our wet socks Kelly
Good,
Foreman is here.
good morning, JL, Kelly, and Fat Kitty. Happy Friday, lovelies. I hope your days are off to an amazing start. Oh,
And
I just found a
Fishing Link
secret
popped
clue.
in.
Hello, lovely. Thank you for joining us.
And
All
Kara
right.
C. Kara
Good
C has a
morning.
corgi, right?
I'm
Don't
sorry.
she have doesn't Kara C have one of Jess's pups?
I'm not sure.
I believe maybe she does. Am I right, Kara?
Yes, Carrie, let us know in chat.
I believe if you can get stories twisted around after a while, but I think Jess carried a puppy to one of the Aquashellas and Kara got
Yeah.
it somewhere in between coming and going.
Oh, Jess's
And
puppies were so stinking cute. Yes, Mom, I'm sorry.
yes,
You got to come out of there now.
yeah, they're very cute. And Special Species Hunter TV came in.
Welcome, species. Good morning. We're just about there with draining the tank down to where I wanted to start sticking some plants in here.
J Rock
Oh, and
does stuff.
good morning, J Rock. And I also have one very special item to put in here, too. One more very decoration. I totally
Ooh,
forgot about it because it was up on the shelf. So I got to go grab that as soon as I'm done with this. So, all
my
right.
chat is not moving on YouTube. I don't know why.
The
Oh,
last
now
thing
it's
I
starting.
see is species. It says, hi, Jay. And I see Nano. Good morning.
Yeah, it
Okay,
just
I'm
started
gonna go
looking
take
for
this
me.
hose in there. I'm cut it off. I'm gonna go get that decoration. I'll be right back.
Okay. Well, I have some stuff to do to, maybe not today, but I've had it for over a week and it's like I just couldn't get caught up. So I've set it here in front of my face. So I have to see it every time I come in here. I've got me a hub, one of those dock things. And my laptop does not have but 2 or 3 ports. And when you add all these microphones and all this, you're loaded up. And then if you have to like transfer pictures, you have to unplug something. So I do have a little small dock I picked up locally, but it doesn't have much to offer either. But it's better than nothing. So I hope to get that installed today. And I picked up one of these stream decks that Rico's always talking about. And from what I read up, like you can supposedly set this thing where I can put like OBS in it, camo
Mm-hmm.
in it, all these little apps, and I can just click that instead of having to go shut everything down that's open so I can get to the desktop to find the things. So I'm hoping that that's how this thing is going to work for me. We'll see. It might get the best of me.
It'd be nice if it does. Okay. The one thing I forgot to put in here yesterday. Chattanooga Ed was my secret Santa. I don't know how well you could see her because it's so dark. I'm gonna have
Yeah,
to put
it's
her in the
dark.
tank. But he was my secret Santa. And along with giving me a gift card to the Garden of Eden, he made this awesome mermaid sculpture for us. And it's me as a mermaid, purple hair, green fin, holding a baby axolotl, and it says Pepin Creek on the sign. So
I
I'm going to
think
be
it was
putting this in
rigged for
here
him
as
to get
well.
your name.
I love it. I love it so very much. It's so
It
cute.
is cute.
I'm not sure exactly where it's going to live yet, but she's good there for the moment.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And this is like the only tank I have fake stuff in, so why not?
He did a cool craft last night with some like glass rocks,
Yes.
the shiny and looked pretty interesting. And your Rico Stain is here. He woke up early today.
Oh, good morning, Stain. Thank you for joining us. We are setting up our etolotl tank.
You had a lot. And my sister Nancy B, she's here. She's in Tennessee, but from Tennessee, but
Good
she's still one
morning,
of my
Nancy
sisters.
B. Thank you for joining us. Okay, now I'm not sure exactly how I want to do this. So, I know first things first is because they like to dig up a lot, I have to smooth out the sand a bit. And I brought the spatula today so they can't bite me.
Oh, you sissy, you.
Hey, she
Take it
she
like a
bites for
champ.
keeps. She grabs for keeps. I mean, I always get away, but one day I might not.
Oh, Mike B says he's having his appendix removed sometime today.
Oh my
He's in the hospital
goodness,
bed now.
Mike.
Look,
Well, I hope for a smooth surgery and a fast healing for you. That is not fun, sir. I hope
I
you feel
have
better
never had
fast.
that issue. I understand it's very painful.
Oh, yes. I've seen people go down with it and they were just doubled over in pain. And the crazy thing is, like for like first symptoms, you don't always know it's your appendix. First, sometimes you just think you have a bad belly, and it just gets worse and worse and worse and worse.
Well, so many things can feel like something else for a while.
That
And
too.
good morning, Whippersnappers here.
Good morning, Whip. In fact, guys, Whip will be going right after us this morning at 10 a.m. Central, 11 a.m. Eastern. So our stream will be directed right over. It'll throw you all over into Whip's chat. So definitely tune on into Whip and get tanked. Right now, we're getting whipped with tanks. Next, we're going to get tanked with Whip.
And your Auntie June is here.
Good morning, Auntie June. It's like the crack of dawn for you. Thank you for joining us. That is awesome.
Yeah, it's not 4:20 yet, but she's up.
I
uh,
think it's
Mike
after
said,
4:20, and that's why she's up. And
Mike
this is
said
what
he was
happens. You
streaming
disturb the
yesterday.
sand, you find more mold.
Yeah, and it
But
was so pretty too.
I just wanted to smooth it out a bit though, because it was like really like lopsided.
Yeah, Mike said he was started streaming and it started hurting during the stream. And
Oh my
from some
goodness.
comments, I think he thought it might have been something he ate. And then he
Yeah.
said it just felt like he got really bloated and then his appendix started hurting.
Well, I'm glad that you went in and you're getting treatment and it's gonna all be well. Surgery nowadays makes it like it never even happened. So you're gonna be fine in no time, and Maritza will make sure that you'll heal it nice and fast.
Yeah, now they make a puncture, but back in my days when I was young, you got gutted, like, let's
Yeah.
see how much of it we can take out in one swipe.
Uh-huh.
So,
Okay, so I
yeah.
have the mouths covered a little bit to build up a little bit more. I'm hoping that'll make them want to go in it. Maybe they won't see that bottom lip and think, oh, it's a mouth. They'll think, oh, it's a cave.
Oh, yeah, that's a good idea.
So
Do you have any
disguise it a bit.
well, they'll eat plants, so you can't just throw everything in there or they
It's not
tear
that
them
they
up,
eat
not
plants.
necessarily eat them.
These guys don't eat plants. They kill everything with their slime coat. But they love plants. They love to sleep on them. They just love them, but they kill them. Their slime coat kills everything.
Now, when you're doing water changes, is that to remove some of the excess slime in your process as well?
Yeah, well, slime, and also because they're so sensitive, you always want to make sure your nitrates are down really low. And because their poop doesn't have casing and they like to squish it, you got to change the water often just to keep them
I re
healthy.
I really think a axolotl tank could benefit from that little, overhead
Um,
dry sump thing I was talking about yesterday.
yeah, it could. But here we run everything on sponge filters. I don't
Yeah,
mind it.
that's the only thing, though, that one has to be plugged in. And John, my Fish Tanks Aquatics popped in,
Good morning, John. Thank you for joining us.
and
Okay.
he wants to
So,
know if that's a cookie in the center front.
no, that was a river pebble that I just pulled out. And I'm looking over this first Anubias that I'm going to be putting in here. These Anubiases were down in my 75-gallon goldfish tank. And they've been in the guppy holding tank waiting to go in here. So here's one of the Anubiases.
Oh! Look, was it Congensus
I
something?
have no idea. I just know it's large.
I
Border
have one
eye.
of those.
It's Anubias border eye. Brian just said from the other room. So where do I want to put
Wow,
this?
that's a
I'm thinking
monster.
maybe back right corner. for this
Could you
ginormous lady.
could you do it so it drapes, like, over the top of one of those things, like a
Yeah,
branch
that's what I was
overhanging?
thinking, like the behind one of the heads in the back corner. And I'm probably gonna have to put a rock as well to just weight it down.
Oh, Mike B says he plans to try out OBS and hook up his new Stream Deck this weekend too. And Mike B, Primal Video has an excellent instructional video on OBS. I've been watching a lot of those because I'm making and I have made it, but I've made a video on how to live stream and set it up, like how to for dummies, because I was asked to do that by somebody in my aquarium club, and so I'll be giving them that thing on Saturday. But I
Wow.
found lots of good instructions on
She's so
Primal Video. I think it's Justin Brown is the guy that does a lot of them.
yeah. This lady's a little tall. She's a big one.
Yeah.
See if we can drape her down like this.
But, as long as I've been using OBS and all that, I'm just using what I was taught how to, like, to do this, and we get on. I didn't really know how to use the program, but I've
Yeah,
learned some things just doing that presentation for them, as well as on StreamYard, a lot of things.
yeah. There
We
we
get
go.
set in our ways of just, we're always rushing to get through, to get up in time.
Oh no, I lost a leaf. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. It happens. It happens.
That's looking good.
And I have the Mr. bottle just in case it take too long so she don't get dried up. But I'm gonna take one of these big river stones we have to weight down the roots so she don't fly away. Make sure you don't cover up the rhizome. You just want to pinch the roots. And that's one side. And I saw Victoria Lee Creates had this awesome automatic mister at the Catfish Cataclysm, and I had to have one. So Brian got me
Ooh,
one for Christmas. And I
that
love
is
this.
nice.
It's chargeable. One click of the button and it's rapid spray until you click the button again, then it'll stop. This one holds about 1 liter of water, and you can adjust the spray of it. So I'm just gonna make sure she's good for now.
That's neat. I need one of
It's
those
very
for
efficient.
terrarium because I'm having to spray stuff every day with my little pump sprayer.
Yeah.
I have a mister, but it won't cover enough area, and if I open it up too much, it drains the whole tank in like 2 things. So, and it goes off every 12 hours. And June gave membership milestone for 8 months, and she says it's going to float.
It's
I
gonna
think she's going to
float.
weigh it down.
Yeah, I weighed it down with a large river stone on the roots. But thank you so much for your membership milestone. I greatly appreciate your support to my channel. Miss Dee Dee, would you mind playing here a sweet little video?
And here you go.
Alrighty. And here we have another. This is a smaller Anubias, but it's still got quite some mass to it. I'm gonna stick
I like
this
the way
one.
you say smaller. I can
It
show
is.
you
It is
some small Anubias.
compared
That
to
is
that
not a
last
small
one. This
Anubias.
one's small. But I'm gonna put this one on the left-hand side behind
It's
the.
not as large.
Yeah, there we go.
Oh, Lord. Those are nice.
Just let me crawl my tank back here real fast. Now, I'm not a professional at this, people. Just know this. Like, this is just for funsies. If you want professional scaping knowledge, I suggest speak to Kelly or Steven. I'm just
And
doing what makes me happy. And we
Eric
might end up
Whiterock
looking
says we
pretty.
all float down here.
Right?
Hey, good
That
morning,
was such
Fleshy
a scary
Aquatics.
movie when I was little, but I loved it so much.
And Steven says you'll float too.
Good morning, Steven. I don't know if I said good morning to you earlier. All right, so that one's definitely locked in place. Oh, I see snail eggs, but you know what? The Lottles will eat them.
Oh, okay.
I
Now,
was thinking about adding some Colneocaridina shrimp to this tank too, because you
some
would
what?
think axolotls would like
Oh,
to eat them, but I've tried to feed them some cold shrimp before, and they
uh-huh.
spit them back out and just let them be. So I think I'm going to add some shrimpies here just for cleanups.
Oh, that's a good idea. Plus, the shrimp are cute. And
They
Lady
are.
R says, Foxy's fishes, I need to know the secret to getting your Nubius so large. I need some of these big guys in my 40 breeder. So
The
what's your
trick
secret?
is to drop it in a tank and forget it exists for a year or two.
And that might be why the one is so big in my 90 because I can't really reach it
Yeah.
and it just grows. And I guess with slow growers, correct me if I'm wrong because I'm spouting out some knowledge and I don't even know if I know what I'm talking about. Don't slow growing plants need less light, or you got to keep an eye on the algae
Well, yeah, you
forming
got
on
to
them
keep an
because
eye
they
on the
are slow
algae.
growers.
Well, from what I know, you typically got to keep an eye on the algae, but they tend to be more low light. Like the AR that I have, um, because I don't have it in CO2, it's very slow growing. But I have it in a higher light, so it gets more pink. But I had to do it for less amount of time, so it
What is
doesn't.
AR? I'm sorry. What is AR?
Alternanthera renickii.
Oh, okay. I got you.
Um, so I have to be careful with my amount of light with that because I'm not using CO2. It's slow growing, but it still likes a little bit of higher light to get that really nice pinkiness to it. So it's all about balance.
I think Myrtle needs to make a field trip to North Carolina and come down here and get my plants in the places in the tanks that they're really supposed to be. Because Lord knows I don't know what plants need what at this point. I'm trying to learn, but a lot of plants in the tanks, they're just where they are,
Yeah,
And now that I'm trying to learn this stuff, uh, it probably could use like a super duper makeover and
here's
everything.
another smaller Anubias.
Yeah, and she says, I can't grow plants.
I can't.
You
These are
have
Brian's.
you heifer.
These are not mine. These are Bipods. That was so funny when Rachel Boots and Cat said that the other day. Hmm. Calling them Bripod. That was funny. Okay, I'm gonna trim this up a little bit because there's just some leaves growing where we don't want them, so we just don't want them to melt away on us. Trim it up a little bit.
And
Not
of
just
course, most people know that Brian is a very accomplished aquatic person.
yes, he is. He's been keeping fish for 43 years now.
Oh, look. Kelly says rumor has it that Myrtle will do almost anything for your tanks if you make him. Well, I'm gonna have to start working on that.
Myrtle's amazing. I always want to say Myrtle the turtle, but it's Midril, not Myrtle. But I used to always say Myrtle, and then I would always get stuck with Myrtle the turtle in my head. See how you do. See a little
Oh,
bit of
see,
duckweed on there, but
it's looking good.
starting. But I believe it's the halfway mark, so that means it's member video time, and I want to say thank you guys so very much for being a member to our channel. I greatly appreciate it. It helps us do so many things. It's 57 members strong right now. You guys are amazing. And you know what? I think it's time to dance. Greg, you ready?
Get her ready. Here it goes. I love that.
57 members. That is amazing, guys. Thank you so, so very much for your support to the channel. It really does help us do a lot more things. Oh my goodness. And we've been monetized for 8 months already, Miss Dee. I can't believe that. That's cray-cray.
Yeah, time flies, and it was just like Christmas in July time, basically.
We're gonna put some Jungle Val in there for as a cover from the top. I think that one's about 4 feet at the moment. Those two.
Nice.
I'm gonna put one on either side in the front of their ears, just because these guys like a lot of cover from the top to feel protected. So we'll be
Junior
sticking
says
those in. Got a few
she said
more.
she was, dancing with Brian during the music.
Dancing here with you to the music.
Your Auntie June.
Oh. I'm glad you
Yep.
enjoyed it. I was trying to find something that wasn't too aggressive, but still upbeat for you guys. And I think that's the one. And I'm sorry if I'm missing
Uh-oh, look
anything
at
you're
them
saying,
getting.
Miss Dee. It's a
They're
little
they're
hard to
getting a
hear you
little
on the phone.
snippy over there.
Yeah.
They're
Yeah,
like,
like
all
I
right,
said, she's
lady,
the
hurry up.
aggressor. She's the aggressor, so. Oh no, they're
I
so
love
funny.
Val's area.
I love
And
it too. I love this
Mexicali
jungle
Fish
girl.
Keeper came in. Good morning, Jorge.
Good
Hola.
morning, George. Thank you for joining us. Happy
And the
Friday.
bipolar fish keeper's here too.
Good morning, Bipolar. How are you doing this Friday? And I'm gonna take a tip from Steven. I'm gonna plant this. Mother with my fingers. My fingers. Usually I try the
Isn't that the way
tweezy
you're
tweezer.
supposed to plant them? You got to get up to the armpit in a 125, but that's where satisfaction, comes in. Like I made it,
Well,
because
see, in order to do
it's a
that, I'd
hard
also
stretch
probably.
when you're short.
Yeah, I can't do that because I'd also have to put my boob in
Woo!
the tank to get fully all the way to the back.
Well, stuff happens. As my
Do what you
slogan
gotta
says,
do.
stuff does happen here. And Geek Boy
Yeah.
is here in the morning.
Good morning, Geek Boy. Thank you for joining us. Happy Friday. Oh no. All right, who's facing backwards? Because, yeah. Oh, it's her. Oh, why is it gotta be her? Please don't bite me. Please don't bite me.
Uh,
Please don't bite me on camera because I don't want to scream on camera. How about I'm going to tickle you. How about that? How about that?
Greg, were you able to get your lube on before we popped into the music?
Tickle, 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 tickle. Okay, that worked.
Oh, okay. And this is what, this could be a thing. Wet T-shirt Friday. Geek approves. I don't know if
Right?
Nico would approve, but Geek Boy does, so that matters.
Oh, it's funny. Oh, goodness.
Oh, look, like
I
I
don't
got to
know if
get
I have the
somewhere.
strength to do this every Friday, but for some reason I'm really strong this week, so I'm doing it.
Hey, it'll make
No
you
way, got it.
stronger. The more you do,
Yeah.
that's great.
Every
But
day a little bit stronger.
you couldn't have done this 5 years ago.
No. 5 years ago I was in a wheelchair.
That's right. And so for newbies, the doctors told her she wouldn't be walking again, and look at her now.
Yeah.
And you think she would move slow, but you try to keep up with her at an event like the Clash. If I turned around, she was gone.
I have a rollator, but it don't slow me down.
It's like, damn, lost her again. And then it takes you 35 minutes to find her again.
Yeah, I'm just like that movie, Turbo.
She'd smell it and
Movie.
keep
That's
on
an
getting
awesome.
it.
And that knows that movie. That's an awesome movie about a snail that wants to go fast, so he becomes a race car snail.
Oh,
Alrighty, I
I'm
don't want to
surprised
pull
you
them
don't
up.
have one of those super sticker thingies made out of something like that.
Not yet. Not yet. But I just realized we can have more little emoji thingies. I think we can have 8 more, so we should discuss what other emojis our showmates would like us to have for them to use. That should definitely be like a poll or something. Maybe a general discussion for some ideas to make a poll.
Yeah.
And I have one more piece of Anubias here. A little bit of a yellow leaf. I'm going to pull that one off. And I think I'm going to stick this to the left. And to the left of the middle teeth. Let's see.
Who is chasing a puppy? Is Kelly chasing a puppy? Kelly, you must explain. And look, I talked about him and poof. See? Myrtle's here.
Good morning, Metro. Happy Friday. Hope you are well this morning. And of course he's here. There's plants on screen.
Yeah, that's what he was waiting for, to show his face.
Make sure I got the roots and not the rhizome. Don't want to cover the rhizome because it will not be happy and it will die off. It's okay to sit on the substrate, not in it.
And Silver Creek is here, Tommy, and he has a little heart with little hands.
Aw, good morning, Tommy. How are you and the kiddos and the cork doing this morning? That's what I've been calling corgis lately because they're like little pork chops. So pork corgis, I just call them corks.
That's like now Lola is becoming a cinder block.
Is he?
Well, you can't hardly lift her because she gets stiff as a board if you try to pick her up. She's petrified of being picked up.
Yeah.
And apparently she's been thrown or something in her lifetime because
Aww.
she panics. And so, but she's also stocky, we'll say.
Yeah.
She was sick when we got her with heartworms. We didn't know it. And when I took her in for her 6-month checkup, they said, "Oh, we got to test her for heartworms." And come to find out, she had them when I got her. So we had to do the heartworm treatment and all that. And she was very sick. But after we got her treated, and like 2 months later, that little dog could jump up on the couch, and she does little zoomies. They're slow compared to most dog zoomies, but for her it's a lot. But she has an appetite like you wouldn't believe. She eats all the time. It's like she's been hungry and can't let it go.
Yeah.
So you have to be very, very careful with her because she wants everything. And she begs. So sweet. I know I shouldn't give into it as much, but I can't help it.
I know, but it's really hard knowing her story,
Yeah. I mean,
here's a nice big bushel of jungle, or not jungle, Java fern. So this is one giant clump. It's not a mat. We're going to be putting this behind the mermaid here. Just like so. I want to see
Tommy's he's been out playing with the corgi already for an hour.
Nice.
And his wife is feeling better, so
that's awesome.
Now, I will have to say, when I called in sick at work, I was sick.
Uh-huh.
And, I didn't go anywhere, other than to like a store to get supplies for whatever sickness that I had.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if I called in sick, they knew I was sick.
I rarely called into work too. It was a rare event.
Passing Wind, hello.
Good morning, Passing Wind. Happy Friday. I am attempting currently to take all these Java fern roots, wrap them around this rock, and just stick them ever so nicely behind this beautiful little mermaid Chattanooga Ed made us. Let's see. And I say us because he was my Secret Santa, but Brian's name is on it.
But you know how Ed thinks, he thinks the man's going to
Well, no, I actually love that he did that because it means he sees us as a couple. makes us, because a lot of people don't understand that Foxy's Fishes and Pepin Creek Aquatics are basically the same thing, except my channel's for funsies and his channel is where we show like the fish that we are breeding and stuff. So I think I
Right,
need to find a way to
right.
make that a little more clearer to people that don't know us that well.
Like with the Danikins, it's one channel, regardless
Yeah,
of what they do. That's
yeah,
true. Well, y'all just gonna have to do a slash, put a hyphen behind each one and attach the other one's name.
yeah.
That way, make it more obvious.
Something like that.
Of course, I guess probably most people in here have seen that I do have a new logo now.
Yes, that's such a cool logo. And the Mystery Snow Guardians made that for you, correct?
Yes.
They're so
Um,
pretty.
she just that girl's too good to me. Um, well, no, I don't want to say that. She is very good to me. She don't have to stop being good to me. But I do appreciate it because, me and you worked on it, and I liked what we did. And Tony wanted me to change it about 6 months ago because some fella approached him about my logo on his jacket and wondered if I was like a sports fisher person. They didn't. I guess they didn't understand that a den, means probably inside of something. But
Yeah,
so he said, you need to put something on there so people really know what it means, not just you. And I was like, well,
yeah,
yeah, okay, okay. But I didn't really know what to do, but keep what I had and just add stuff to it because I'm not creative like that. I have to watch somebody else do something and get inspired and then come up with something. But I haven't watched anybody ever make a logo. So
yeah.
um, she
Well, I'm
and
glad
Jen
that
and
she
I
was
were
able to
talking
help
the other
you.
night. Pardon?
I said I was glad that she was able to help you. I think it came out
Yeah.
great. I love it.
Well, we were talking backstage after the Fish Fam Link Aquarium Hall giveaway and gave me some suggestions, but it's like it don't help me because I don't know where to go from there. I don't even know how to
Yeah,
get there. You know what I mean?
yeah.
So, but she saved me hundreds of hours probably because I worked on it for like 12, 15, maybe 20 hours on just what I had done. I mean, it's
Hmm.
like trying to come up with something. And I hadn't even gotten anywhere yet. You helped me get to the point that I'd even gotten to. And it's like I just can't do it on my own. I need help as
Yeah,
so
there's certain things I can't do either. So glad that there's people, awesome resources out there in the fish fam, such as the Mystery Snow Guardians. So if
and
ever
it,
you all need anything like that done, definitely look to the fish fam for that. I know Mystery Snow Guardians does it. I know Crayfish Empire does it. Oh, there's a couple people that'll do it. So
yeah, she
just
made all my
don't be
little
forgetful.
moving things, all that. So
Yeah, she's very good at
yeah.
that stuff. Okay. So this is what I
But
have so far as plant wise. It is 9:48. It's a few minutes until we go over to Whips. And I believe we have one birthday today, Miss Dee Dee. So let's play our
uh
birthday song for our birthday person. And it is happy birthday to Joey, the king of DIY. So I want to say happy birthday to you. I hope you have another phenomenal trip around the sun. And I hope your birthday is fantastic. Miss Dee Dee, would you mind playing the birthday song?
and here you go, Joey.
It's your birthday. Happy birthday. It's your birthday. Happy birthday. It's a great day. That's what we say. Happy birthday to you.
Again, happy birthday, Joey. Hope it's a good one. Alrighty, banners down. It's different from the phone. Everything is so tiny and everywhere. Okay, and I also want to
Um,
say that I want to remind you guys there's currently two GoFundMe's going on, one for St. Stas Aquariums, Dusty, and one for Grant of Crayfish Empire. So if a mod could drop the links to both of those GoFundMe's in chat, if you all can help in any way, whether by donating or just sharing it out, so others may get involved, please, I'd greatly appreciate that. Dusty is going through his wife is going through some health issues, and they are building funds for final expenses. And granted, Crayfish Empire has a leg injury and has had to temporarily shut down Crayfish Empire until he's better. So his medical bills are expensive, his living costs are high. So if anyone can find a way to support him in any way, whether it's GoFundMe, his PayPal, and I believe he also said you can still purchase digital gift cards off his Crayfish Empire website to use in a future date, that would help as well. So if there's anything you guys can do for them, we greatly appreciate that. And I know we're sending Mike B prayers as well, since he's in the hospital about to have surgery. We wish you a fast, smooth surgery and fast healing. Mirza will get you back to better in no time. We're sure of that. And oh my goodness, Pork, you better not. You best be good. He's over there being a little aggressive.
And speaking of, right now, you can't really order from his site and get his supplies, but his foods and stuff. But just so you know, Peppermint Creek Aquatics carries most of his foods too. So especially during the time now where you can't get them from his site, if you used to like go into him for them, you can get them here and give you little snails what they want.
Yes, in the meantime, we do have some foods up on the Get Gills currently from Crayfish Empire. So if anybody is in desperate need until Grant can open his store again, we do have some items available. So definitely check it out. And if you use code Foxie10, you get 10% off your purchase. Let me go get the hose. I want to start filling this back up because Pork is getting mean. So I got to go set the water temperature right. I'll be right back.
His nerves are being tested. I know how that is. So, it happens to the best of us. Yeah, so June, just order your stuff from Roxanne at Peppermint Creek Aquatics. I was looking, I posted it yesterday. Shrimp sticks too. They have shrimp sticks out there too. So, and I think she might be one of the only people that has the dragon fruit shrimp stick.
Alrighty, here we go.
Am I correct in that, Roxanne? Are you the only one that has the dragon fruit shrimp sticks right now?
Last that I knew, yes, I do. I believe we have 24 packs left. No, I have 14 on site. I think I have 10 more available here. Here comes the water.
They're like, okay. I would have thought they'd start swimming around in it. That's what I like. Dojo loaches would.
Normally, they just like to sit in the current and just take it up because their gills are those tiny little pink things on the side of their heads, those little frilly parts.
Oh,
and that's how they uptake the oxygen into the water. And they are also ambush predators. So when they're older, they don't move around too much unless they're like in mating. So they'll just sit here and suck up all the oxygen through those little pink frillies on their gills.
Now I wonder if being there in captivity, if they will lose that desire to hunt because it's just given to them.
I don't know, because the way we feed them, I heard you correctly, the way we feed them, I don't just drop it on their faces. They have to look around for it. So like they get bored easy too. So like I try to like change up their environment, like just move things around so they have new things to explore, even if it's just rearranging some rocks, because they're always so curious. Because axolotls will get depressed. So you got to keep them entertained, and they'll get depressed even faster if they're alone. So you're looking into little monsters. I highly recommend you try to keep a pair so they're happy.
Oh man, I wished I could. Whips World says Foxy's fishes. Jimmy P is looking for some help with his February meds as well. He has a PayPal though, not a GoFundMe.
For his, I missed. It's so hard to hear you on the phone. I'm sorry because the water's running.
Sorry. It's for his he's looking for some
Meds.
help for his February meds.
Okay. Okay, so do you have his PayPal link, Whips? So can you post that in chat? Is Whips a moderator? Or if a mod
Um,
has that?
no, he
Sorry,
isn't.
I'm clicking things. Brian said I'm lagging really bad. Am I lagging to you guys?
Yeah, all of a sudden it got very, distorted.
It might be because of the water.
It wasn't when you had the water on the other side by the axolotls, but once you moved, it started acting up. And
Oh,
Fission
let's
came
see.
back.
Welcome back. Thank you for joining us again. How's this morning going for you, Vision?
That didn't seem to fix it.
No,
No.
I'm sorry. You only got to deal with it a little bit longer. We're 5 more
Yeah.
minutes. We're going to ship you all over to Whips for his Getting Tanked live stream this morning.
Yeah.
It's going to be a good
Good
one.
time, he says.
It's
And
going to
I'm
be a
so
good
glad
Friday.
he probably thinks I'm a crazy lady the way I asked him if he was going live the other day on Tuesday.
Oh,
And
goodness. It
Deb's
happens. It
when
happens.
you I knew you had to stream on that Tuesday night, and it's like, oh, it's Thursday night, we stream. Okay, Whip, are you gonna be on the morning? So I would know if we needed to send him over, just
Yeah.
pre-planning type thing. He's like, huh, I don't know. Oh Lord. I promise I'm not that dang bad. I am sometimes, but every once in a while, and Eric,
Sometimes
enjoy your
each day
meeting.
is just a really long week.
Eric has to go do corporate-y things.
Oh, well,
So
thank you for
Eric got a
joining
new
us, Eric.
job. Did I miss that he got a new job?
Yes, he's working.
Oh,
He's
I did
got a
not see
gerb.
that.
No one's
Good.
going to
Good
take
for
this gerb.
you. And Asaya,
So,
good morning.
good morning, Asaya. We are about 3 minutes away from heading on over to Whips. And this is auto-directed right over, so it will send you guys over. You don't have to do anything. Once we end, you'll be at Whips. And I want to
It
say thank you all for
kinda
joining us this morning. I know it's a few minutes early. The water is going in here just awesome. The plants are floating nice. They're staying down at the same time, but floating too.
well,
It's looking
from
good
here
so
with that
far.
hazy looking look, it kind of looks like if you're out on the desert and you're seeing a mirage. That the
Yeah,
bow kind of looks like palm trees, and all the colors in there, the little pinks and stuff is popping. And
yeah, it
yeah,
looks pretty
it's kind of
cool.
it looks cool to me from here.
Not a bad little 40 breeder. Okay, and that's enough for the water.
And good morning, Usama.
Good morning, Professor Fish Tanks. I always want to say Professor, and Steven did it the other day, so I'm not the only one.
It's hard to say because you got the F sound straight behind it for you got
Yes. But
it
there we
does
go.
happen.
We have that at the water line. That's about how much I leave for them. You were asking me last evening. This is a 40 breeder. I leave about 2 to 3 inches because I don't like to put a lid on here. They're big enough now to where they don't jump out normally. Well, I know these guys won't. They're lazy already. But we have 2 more minutes till we head on over to Whips. Oh my goodness, this tank is pretty much scaped for the moment. I'm gonna have to try to get that one Anubias leaf down a little bit more because it's popped at the top of the water. But otherwise, I think that looks pretty magical.
Yeah. Now you haven't hooked up the sponge filters, have you?
Yeah, they're hooked up.
Okay. Is that where they're staying?
Yes, I would like one in the front and one in the back
Okay.
for best circulation.
Gotcha.
I had a third one in here, but I took it out because the way I had the old caves, I had that one in the behind the cave, and I wanted these caves up against the back wall this time. So I didn't want that other cave blocking that filter blocking another cave.
But just a little question: would they like a spray bar? Would axolotls like that?
Um, Maybe for aeration, but they don't like heavy flow, so you'd have
Yeah.
to adjust it accordingly. But we have 1 more minute till Whips, Miss Dee Dee. I'm gonna show you guys what Dookie Duke's doing over here in her little seat. Now she's just waiting for foods. But I want to say, you guys, thank you so much
Oh,
for joining us this morning. We're gonna head on over Whips, go get tanked, and we'll see you guys on the next Hot Mess Express next
now they
Thursday.
are suggesting hashtag monsters.
Sounds good. We'll go with hashtag monsters over to Whips. I hope you guys have a phenomenal Friday and a phenomenal weekend. And we'll see you on over there with hashtag monsters. And you all
All
have an
right.
amazing day. Love you all.
Love you too.
Bye.